The important thing is not to stop questioning. Curiosity has its own reason for existing. The only source of knowledge is experience. Try not to become a person of success, but rather try to become a person of value. I have no special talent. I am only passionately curious. Logic will get you from A to B. Imagination will take you everywhere. Education is not the learning of facts, but the training of the mind to think. The true sign of intelligence is not knowledge but imagination. I never think of the future, it comes soon enough. Imagination is more important than knowledge. We cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them. We cannot despair of humanity, since we ourselves are human beings. I know not with what weapons World War III will be fought, but World War IV will be fought with sticks and stones. The difference between genius and stupidity is that genius has its limits. A person who never made a mistake never tried anything new. I have tried 99 times and have failed, but on the 100th time came success. A clever person solves a problem. A wise person avoids it. Imagination is everything. It is the preview of life's coming attractions. We should take care not to make the intellect our god. It has, of course, powerful muscles, but no personality. Peace cannot be kept by force. It can only be achieved by understanding. The value of achievement lies in the achieving. Reality is merely an illusion, albeit a very persistent one. Great spirits have always encountered violent opposition from mediocre minds. The measure of intelligence is the ability to change. The world as we have created it is a process of our thinking. It cannot be changed without changing our thinking. You never fail until you stop trying. Few are those who see with their own eyes and feel with their own hearts. In the middle of every difficulty lies opportunity. It's not that I'm so smart. It's just that I stay with problems longer. We cannot solve problems with the same level of thinking that created them. Everything should be made as simple as possible, but not simpler. If you want to live a happy life, tie it to a goal, not to people or things. We are all in the gutter, but some of us are looking at the stars. Peace is not something you wish for. It's something you make, something you do, something you are, and something you give away. If you can't explain it simply, you don't understand it well enough. I have no particular talent. I am merely inquisitive. The most beautiful thing we can experience is the mysterious. It is the source of all true art and science. He to whom this emotion is a stranger, who can no longer pause to wonder and stand wrapped in awe, is as good as dead. His eyes are closed. The true sign of intelligence is not knowledge, but imagination and creativity. Science without religion is lame. Religion without science is blind. The only way to escape the corruptible effect of praise is to go on working. The pursuit of truth and beauty is a sphere of activity in which we are permitted to remain children all our lives. I never made one of my discoveries through the process of rational thinking. We should strive to do things in the best possible way, not because they are easy, but because they are difficult. It is the supreme art of the teacher to awaken joy in creative expression and knowledge. Whoever is careless with the truth in small matters cannot be trusted with important matters. The most incomprehensible thing about the universe is that it is comprehensible. The secret to creativity is knowing how to hide your sources. The person who reads too much and uses his brain too little will fall into lazy habits of thinking. The more I learn, the more I realize how much I don't know. When you are courting a nice girl, an hour seems like a second. When you sit on a red-hot cinder, a second seems like an hour. That's relativity. Not everything that counts can be counted, and not everything that can be counted counts. Two things are infinite: the universe and human stupidity. And I'm not sure about the universe. Any man who can drive safely while kissing a pretty girl is simply not giving the kiss the attention it deserves. I am a determinist. As such, I do not believe in free will. Weakness of attitude becomes weakness of character. The only thing that interferes with my learning is my education. If you want your children to be intelligent, read them fairy tales. If you want them to be more intelligent, read them more fairy tales. The world is a dangerous place to live, not because of the people who are evil, but because of the people who don't do anything about it. In the end, we will remember not the words of our enemies, but the silence of our friends. The intuitive mind is a sacred gift, and the rational mind is a faithful servant. We have created a society that honors the servant and has forgotten the gift. It is not that I'm so smart, but I stay with the questions much longer. I never teach my pupils. I only attempt to provide the conditions in which they can learn. Education is what remains after one has forgotten what one has learned in school. Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. Try not to become a man of success, but rather try to become a man of value. I speak to everyone in the same way, whether he is the garbage man or the president of the university. Creativity is contagious. Pass it on. Nationalism is an infantile disease. It is the measles of mankind. Only a life lived for others is a life worthwhile. The human spirit must prevail over technology. A table, a chair, a bowl of fruit, and a violin. What else does a man need to be happy? The monotony and solitude of a quiet life stimulates the creative mind. The ideals which have always shone before me and filled me with the joy of living are goodness, beauty, and truth. There are only two ways to live your life. One is as though nothing is a miracle. The other is as though everything is a miracle. If you can't explain it to a 6-year-old, you don't understand it yourself. Gravitation is not responsible for people falling in love.